Ladies and gents, how we doing today? Are we good? We
Awesome.
fired
Good morning.
up?
Good
We
morning.
excited?
Good
Mr.
morning. Good
Yes, sir.
Turner,
Yes,
morning.
sir. Good morning. Good
what's
morning.
up,
Bless, bless.
Turner?
Morning.
What's going on? Oh my gosh, we're gonna have a good one today. You know, it's very crucial when people get started to get off to what we call a fast start, a fast onboarding and things like that. It's probably the most important part of our business because getting started, it's like eating a good breakfast every day. It gives you the fuel for the rest of your career here, and that's what we're going to be going over today. Last week we did a cool little training on getting commitments before we actually bring people in, and do their AMA, their associate membership agreement, and everything feeds into it. And if you do this right, you can do great things here. And it's great to be in sales. You can make a great living, in this industry, just doing sales. You can make six figures, probably a couple hundred, maybe a few 100,000 doing sales. But if you want to get into that next level, you've got to become a builder at the end of the day. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Hope everybody's got their seatbelts on. I want everybody on this call, doesn't matter if you're a 25-year veteran or you're brand new. I want you to press the reset button in your business right now. And I want you to almost start over in a way and reset your business, right? It's something I did recently. I did a brand new top 25 list for myself. As we go through this, I want you to create a list of people you're going to call coming out of this and rebuild your brand new business. Is that cool? By the way, my name is Dan Ebert. I'm your friend. Good to see you all on a Saturday morning. I hope you guys like the music we play at the beginning, kind of sets the mood right and everybody. So helping me out today is going to be who was my partner in crime last week going over the commitments. Miss Jackie Ashford Ball. She is a ball full of awesome. And we're just really, really excited to have her and the new crew, people like April and, I see LaShawn on here and LJ's new crew. We're going to start crushing some stuff here as a company, and we're setting records every single week, which is great. I'm just really fired up and excited. But let me ask you a question. Are you guys excited to reset your business today? Are you excited to become
Let's
once
go.
and for all become master builders of your craft? Are you guys all fired up and ready for that? Maria Paloma, are you there? This is the deal. This is
Let's
what we're
go.
gonna do.
Let's go.
This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna reset with you, but we're gonna take you into it. And I'm gonna kind of give you a little bit of play by play what we went over last week. So when we were talking about some other, we had a really good crusade story by Alex Esparza last week, but we talked about 4 commitments going into the AMA process, because if people aren't going to do those 4 things, what are the 4? Who could tell me what those 4 things were that I said last week when we get somebody started before we even AMA?
Get licensed
Get licensed. What else?
and become a client.
Become a client. What else?
I'm the
Show up
trainer.
to the training.
Go on the trainings every week.
And come
what's
to
the
our
last one?
conferences.
Yep.
Sign up for the big events.
Big events, right? Without those 4 things, Trey, like, can you win without those? If you don't get a license, you don't become a client, you don't come to the regular trainings, and you don't go to a big event, are you going to win here? You've been a veteran of the game for a long, long time. Are you ever going to win?
You've got about as much chance of winning that as you do a scratch-off ticket.
That's right. It's just not going to happen. These big events that LJ's team has in January, that Trey and Henning have, I think it's in January as well, that we have in November. 99.9% of the money that is made in this company is by people that attend those events. So if you're planning on not going to big events that are coming up, you're really planning on not winning here. You don't have to tell me. I already know what's in your head. So make sure you're getting to these big events. If you're an LJ squad or Trey's or Hennings or ours or Andre's, all that stuff, make sure you get to these big events. We want you to win, but we can't want it worse than you want it for yourself at the end of the day. So we're going to get Jackie started off today. Jackie already gave me her 4 commitments. She's going to get a license. She's going to become a client. She's going to show up to meetings every week. She's going to go to the big event. And what I said to her last time is one of the biggest things when we're bringing somebody new on, Armand, is they go, oh yeah, they pay their $100 and they go, oh, well, I got this thing with my kids for the next 2 weeks and they're in summer camp or this and that. And I can meet with you, but I can't meet with you for 3 weeks. Anybody ever run into that in their career? Right. So I told Jackie, I said to Jackie, imagine you were starting a Morgan Stanley franchise and you just handed me a check for $500,000. What would be the next logical question you would ask me?
Let's get started. When can I make some money?
Yeah, like what's next? Well, what's next, Jackie, is we need to meet either later tonight or tomorrow. Last week she said we can meet later tonight, so now it's later tonight. I can meet later tonight to get my business started. So you have to change people's paradigms. You can't let them think like it's $100 business and $100 opportunity. They have to look at it like, hey, what if I did pay all this money for this new franchise that I'm setting up inside the Vantage umbrella? So when they look at it like that, they're like, oh yeah, the heck with my kid's soccer practice. I need to figure out what I need to do right now. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at right now. We're going to get Jackie started. We're going to reset all of your businesses, Leonore, even Armand McCarroll, Liz Savage, Bior, Christopher Coleman, right? April, we're going to reset you too. Kim on Evans, Bill and Jen. Who's ready to rock? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to rock. Cool. Fired up, excited. Trey, we are fast starting the entire company right now. Which is can't be a bad thing, right?
Let's go.
You guys, every leader has their own processes. If you're a leader and you want this presentation moving forward, you can do it however you want. This is just something that I've come up with in my dozen years of experience from what I've seen. Nicholas Elkins is drawing on the screen.
Here, I got it. I got you. I can erase it. I got you.
All right, cool. So anyways, we're going to get you started, Jackie. So if you want to unmute yourself,
Yeah.
we're going to get into it. And this is how I'm going to start off our fast start.
Mhm.
All right.
Yep.
So, Jackie, it's great to get you started. I know yesterday we talked a little bit, or this morning we talked a little bit about why you wanted to do this, and it was for you and your daughter and all those great things. And I promise you this: if you meet me halfway, we'll get you all there. But if you don't, it's gonna be a difficult road to get all those goals and dreams. So I'm not your boss. I'm just your coach to help you get to the next level here. Sound fair enough?
That sounds great.
Good. So what we're going to do now is what we call a fast start. It's an onboarding process. Don't you think that the very first week anybody gets started with anything new, whether it's a new job or a new business, is probably the most crucial week in their career, correct?
Yeah, that makes sense. Mm-hmm.
So I want you question. Would you like to, if you're going to build a huge business here, do you want to get off to a slow start or a fast start?
Fast, of course.
So let's go fast. So I'm really, really excited for you, Jackie. Today's going to be about getting your business off the ground, getting you off to a fast start. Do you have any questions before we start?
I think I'm curious to know how we get paid, but it's probably going to be shown on here.
Okay. Yeah, how we get paid. All right. So watch this.
Mhm.
I'm going to write down her questions. Most of the questions are going to be answered in this. When she asks me a question, I go, that's a great question. That will be covered as we go through this. Any other questions that you might have?
I guess like, do you guys get like healthcare and stuff here and like benefits? But I guess you'll go over that too.
Yeah, we'll go through everything, and they'll
Mhm.
they'll learn.
Okay.
Everybody will learn, especially through your first week as we onboard you. Okay, so anything else?
No, I'm excited.
Okay, great. So we want to help you get qualified for our next Fast Start school. So different leaders run different Fast Start schools. Help you become successful entrepreneur. Track, make six figures with us. At least in your first year. Sound fair enough?
Yes, definitely.
Sounds great.
Hmm.
So we are very system based. Who do you think sells the most fast food in America, Jackie?
McDonald's.
In the world, yeah, McDonald's. Why? They have a system.
Hmm.
It's not the Ritz-Carlton, but they sell 7% of the food in the entire world every day.
Mm.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Why? Because they have a system and the system works. So the system is a key to growing and scaling a profitable entrepreneurial business. The system is the vehicle to your dreams, what we talked about with you and your daughter and all that great stuff, right?
Hmm.
You could have the fastest vehicle on the planet. You could have a Ferrari. But if you don't have these next three things, you're not going to go anywhere. And we talked about them a little bit. First of all, if you don't have a license, you can't drive, right? So we got to work on getting that license. Number two, if you don't know how to drive, you're not going to go anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Number three, you need fuel for your gas tank. So we tackle these one by one, ladies and gentlemen. So what I'm going to do with Jackie probably at the beginning, and you can tweak it however you want. We got to get you set up for your crash course, and we got to get you a test date. Now, if you're really fast, people pass their test within their first 7 days. If you're pretty average, it takes you a couple weeks. And if you're on the average to slow side, it takes anywhere between 2 weeks and a month, right? So which one would you say you are, like quick, average, or on the slower side?
Every time you say average, I cringe. One thing you don't call me is average. So the first one, definitely.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So today is October 25th. So next week would be what, November 1st. You think you can, we'll try to figure out a date in between now and next week to get you started. But first we want to set you up for a crash course. Look, studying for a test isn't that fun, right? Not a lot of people like tests, but all you got to do is get a C minus one time in your career on a multiple choice test, and you'll have your license. And you can operate in all 50 states with that one test that you pass your entire career. Sound good?
Yeah, that's good.
So we got to set you up for a crash course. By the way, you did that background check the other day. It was $100, right?
Yes.
Normally, if you just wanted to get your license independently on your own, the crash course would cost you $200. But since you're affiliated with our company and you represent the companies we represent, we knocked that down from $200 to $30. So you actually saved money by being part of our company.
Okay, that's
Sound
good.
good? So we'll get you in there. So what I'll do is I'll get her signed up for Excel, her crash course on the back of it. And I'll set her a test date if I can right then and there. Right? Because think of it like school. If your professor told you, Armand, hey, you can just take the final whenever you want. It could be at the end of the semester, it could be 5 years from now. Would you ever take the test?
Probably not. Keep procrastinating. Yes.
Right. So setting a test date gives people deadlines, right? And then Jackie just told me, don't call me average and ordinary, right? Call me anything but average and ordinary,
Right.
like Art Williams, right?
Yeah.
So when I'm already writing that down. She said 1 week. So when I'm going through this, I go, cool. I'll get you your Excel, I'll show her how to study for it, and then I go, let's set that test date up. So now she has a deadline, right? If you can get everybody you bring into the business passing their test in a week, what happens to your business? Explodes, right? So that's the first part. Second, if you don't know how to drive, you're not going to go anywhere. So you need to learn about our Vantage format system and financial education. We want to teach you what we're actually doing when we sit down for families. We actually, Jackie, like you said, like we talked about earlier, we put you in the client seat. We figure out if you have any holes in your boat that need to be fixed, and then we help you fix them before we're going to have you go out there and give any advice to anybody else on how to fix theirs, right?
Mhm.
Just out of curiosity, Jackie, would you say that you have maybe one or two holes in your financial boat?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
How would it feel if you're able to fix that before you're out there going telling people about it?
That's really good.
Right?
Definitely.
And how would you feel if you didn't fix your situation before you were giving people advice on how to fix theirs?
It's feel weird. It'd be strange to do that. It doesn't seem right. Backwards.
So we definitely want to get you, in that environment as well. And lastly, fuel for the tank. But I want to start with your fuel. We talked about this a little bit last time. So your fuels are your whys. I always say your why makes you cry, but people who become successful are those who that have strong reasons to win in business and in life. We talk about what people's are, it could be retire your parents. It could put your kids through college. You want to become somebody, you want to travel, whatever it is, right? Mine at the beginning was, I had to help my mom out financially. I wanted to help her because she was really struggling. Now it's I have a wife and kids, and I want to build a legacy for them, and they change over time. But out of curiosity, I just got four little spots here. What do you think your top, I guess, four reasons to win here are, Jackie?
I'll say my daughter, uh getting
What's
out
her
of
name
debt.
again?
Trinity.
Trinity, the
Mhm.
Holy Trinity, right?
Hmm.
What else? What else?
Traveling. I love traveling.
Okay. What's one place you'd love to go to that you haven't been yet?
Japan.
Well, let's get you there. We're actually talking about doing a company trip in the future to Japan.
Oh, I'm going.
I
Come on.
don't know if you heard that. So,
Oh my goodness.
where else? Where else?
I want to, well, one of the places I'm actually doing in January. So, let me see, Australia. I want to go to
Okay.
Australia.
Not too far from each other, right? On
Yeah.
that same side of the world. What else would you like to do? What are some of your whys? Couple more.
100% debt free. I was crazy enough to get a master's degree, so that put me in some debt.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
Mhm.
Um, and then anything else?
Save up $10 million.
10 mil, right? I like that. You think big, right? Life's too short to think small, wouldn't you say, Jackie?
That's right.
So out of those four reasons, that your daughter, Trinity, travel, being debt free, 10 million, I think the 10 million would take care of the debt free for you.
Yeah.
Which one's the very most important for you? Which one are you fighting for the most?
Trinity Gabriella Ball.
Okay. So listen, like I said before, I know she's your why. And as long as you meet me halfway and you do exactly what I tell you to do, you've got a great shot of getting to where you go. But if you
Mhm.
start doing this Jackie Balls way,
Mm,
not knowing that much about the industry, it's going to be very difficult. So I want to help you get there and help you live that life with Trinity. But you got to let me be your coach. Is that fair enough?
that's fair.
All right, good. So there's that. So when I bring somebody on, you guys, what's the most important? What's the most important part? I just had a brand new baby. What's the most important week of that new child's life? The very first week,
Mhm.
right? Jackie's being born into the business right now. So I don't want to neglect my new person at all. I want to have constant CPC, constant personal communication every day, maybe twice a day that first week. But I also want to set up an appointment with her every day on a Zoom, or if they're local, maybe in person, whatever can be worked out for you to touch base with them. Why? Because life gets to you, right? The clock starts right when you start here. Doesn't life start getting to you? This happens, that happens. You talk to your neighbor, you're excited. Hey, I want you to come join my new financial business, or you know how it is. Everybody's excited and they verbally vomit on everybody else, tell them how they're going to be a millionaire and business mogul, and you should join my team and you should meet my upline. And they say all the wrong words to all the wrong people, and then they rain on their parade. It's called a snare disaster, and then they go into this thing called the Witness Protection Program, and bye bye, because you didn't take care of your brand new baby.
Mm.
You were in communication. If I talk to Jackie every day, once a day, twice a day, say, oh, my neighbor said it's one of those things. Well, I can overcome that. But if he says that to her, and then she hears it from somebody else, and then she hears it from somebody else, and then 3 days later, 5 days later, I talk to her, she's already like, hey, what's going on there? I heard this, and this. Then she goes and looks on the internet and all that other stuff. I want to be able to overcome those objections right away. And how do I do that? By constant personal communication, right?
Mhm.
So I will literally, Jackie, I'll set up an appointment with somebody the first 5 days at least. So this is our first appointment, right? For the next 5 days. Jackie, I want to meet with you every day for the next 5 days. It might be 10 minutes, it might be a half hour, might be whatever it might be. But I want to get a look at your schedule right now, and we'll look at my schedule. We'll put something together, and we'll have a standard meeting time throughout the week so that we can get you through the process and get you licensed and get you to be successful here very quickly. Sound good? What now? Today is Monday, right? What's typically your best time of day for the rest of the week?
Wednesdays, like afternoon, and Thursday mornings.
Okay, so Wednesday, so like all afternoons during the week, usually,
Yeah,
like
afternoons are good.
Okay, so I have for the rest of the week, we can have a standing appointment for the rest of the week, and you're in the East Coast like me, right? So
Hmm.
I can do what I can actually do 1 p.m. Tuesday through Friday. Does that sound like that might work for you?
That works. That's good.
Okay, good. So let's have a standing appointment on this link, right? Boom. There you
Mm.
go. So I'm literally filling up my schedule with that brand new person. I'm a field trainer. Guess what I just did? 5 new appointments this week. It might be with the same person, but that's 5 appointments, right? What am I going to do in those 5 appointments? I'm going to help her get her license. I'm going to make sure she becomes a client. I'm going to sell her the dream. I'm going to show her the system. I'm going to show her compensation, all that stuff. By the time this week is over, she's going to be sold on Vantage instead of me just going. Imagine I waited a week before I talked to Jackie. She's gone,
Mm.
right? So that's the deal. So I like to talk about time commitment from there. We're going to meet this first week. But in a year from now, Jackie, I like to quantify things with dollars because it's easier to do it like that. How much money do you want to have made here in Vantage in your first 12 months in business?
$1 million.
$1 million.
Yeah.
Okay. So how much time would you have to put in every week to make $1 million at your current job?
Oh gosh, that would never happen at my current job.
So you're saying that $1 million, which is one of your dreams, was never going to happen at the current job you're in.
No. Mm-mm.
So that's why you're here. You don't ever want to go back to that again.
No.
So listen, I'm not saying you can't make $1 million in your first year. I know people that have done it, but it's going to take a lot of coachability from you, and it's going to take a lot of work, right?
Mhm.
So obviously, what do you make at your current job right now?
$34,000.
So you got to make 30 times what you're making to make $1 million. So how many hours a week do you work?
45.
So there's not enough hours in the week to make, so how many hours are you willing to start putting into this just to start at the very beginning, to get you to those goals and dreams that we talked about and help your whys out?
I think I would do, let's see, I work in a school. I get off like 3, I could be home at 4, 49 to like 5 hours, maybe like 20 hours a week, something like that.
20 hours a week. So what did I just do? I got a time commitment from Jackie for 20 hours a week. She realized her big dream is making $1 million. She realized that she's never going to get there with what she's been doing. So I'm not asking for the world. I'm just asking for a commitment for 20 hours a week. So she gave it to me. So if she comes back, said, I can't do this, I can't do this. I go, Jackie, remember you told me? I can go, Jackie, look, I want to help you, but I need you to be your word.
Mm.
Fair enough. And you have to be a tough enough coach to call people out on that as well in a kind way. You don't say it in a jerky way. But if I say to you, Jackie, like, I want to get you there, but I need you to be your word. Is that fair enough?
Mm-hmm.
That's not a bad way of saying it, but it's a very direct way of saying it. And people need to know exactly what they need to do to win here, folks. If you don't tell somebody exactly what they need to do, you're failing as a leader, right? So there you go. How much time you want to put in to make that money here, right? So now I've set up those appointments. Boom, right? So let's talk about first the engine of our vehicle, Jackie. Okay. Learning our system. So there's two components to this. There's the financial education component, and then there's marketing and expansion. Oh, by the way, going back to our last part, I'm going to do the one of those appointments I set Tuesday through Friday. I'm going to do her F&A one of those, right? I'm going to make calls with her on one of those. Right. I'm just kind of gonna give her an overview and set it up what I'm gonna feather in depending on where she's at. If she doesn't want to make calls right away, I'm gonna do an F&A. If she's like, hey, I want to build a business right away, I'm gonna start making calls. Right. So you got to be able to be fluid with that as well. So I just want to kind of throw that in there so you guys understand the psychology of it. So the engine of our vehicle, learning our system, right? Financial education, marketing, and expansion. So financial education is theory. This is like our trainings we had during the week, our classroom trainings. We talk about products, we talk about system, licensing, all that stuff. And there's practical training. This is hands-on, real-world experience. I always say, Jackie, one time out in the field is like 10 times in the classroom. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. So if you needed a surgery, would you go to a doctor who only has a license or someone with an internship, residency, or a real world experience? Right? You go to somebody that's done it, been there, done it, right? Not somebody that's got a degree, a piece of paper, right? And then we'll talk about marketing and expansion. Our industry's old way of doing it was cold calling. How'd you like to call 100 strangers a day and get 99 no's and one appointment maybe that might cancel on you, right? That's not fun. You got to try to sell to your friends and family. That's how they used to do it. Advertising, limited to your known market, just the people you know, right? The new way is, right? This is why we're growing so quickly. All we want you to do out of the gate is share what we're doing with 10 people you know to get some feedback and their opinions on what you're doing. Those people in turn will become great referral sources for you in the long run. But I promise you, if you can get 10 appointments out of the way quickly, you're off to the races. Okay? So I would have to ask you, with that being said, Jackie, do you think you have credibility with at least 10 people who would be willing to sit down with you on a Zoom for 20, 30 minutes just to see what you're doing?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So start thinking of some people as well as we go through this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the Vantage Warrant System is going to help you so you don't have to worry about where your clients come from and so you can build your system fast. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing we're going to go through is your financial education, right? We're going to show you different things, right? On saving money. Saving money will increase your belief and understanding in what we do, right? You wouldn't go to a dentist without any teeth, right? So we're going to show you, if you're going to tell people how to save money, you better start saving money yourself or at least saving it in the right places. So we're going to educate you about financial literacy before we educate others. Right? If they're married, you want a husband and wife together. I don't do one-legged appointments. Those never work out good. So we're going to teach you how to increase your cash flow, how to manage your debt better, Jackie, how to set up an emergency fund, rainy day fund, 3 to 6 months, long-term assets for your growth, asset protection, and then tax advantages when utilizing your money. That sounds fun, doesn't it?
Yes,
We're gonna
definitely.
patch up all those holes. So, today's Monday. Maybe we'll go over that tomorrow. If just food for thought. If you have, just kind of know, what your portfolio looks like. What's in your accounts? Do you have an old 401k? Do you have an IRA? Do you have any insurance policies? Bring them all to me so I can take a look at them. And sometimes you don't even understand them. I can help you translate them. Sound good?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So maybe you think you can get all that gathered by tomorrow?
Oh,
If
I'll
not,
do
we
my
can do
best.
that Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay. If
Mhm.
not, we can do Wednesday. It doesn't, either one's good for me. So what do you think?
That sounds good. I'll do my best for tomorrow.
Okay, good. And if not, we'll just do it on our Wednesday appointment, right? That's why I set those appointments back to back to back to back. Because if she's like, oh, I'm missing this, I go, cool, let's do this right now. And then we'll get to that tomorrow. But I have a standing appointment with her every day this week. Cool?
Yeah.
So let's get to your next step now. When's a good date and time, right? So Jackie, question. Wouldn't you agree every growing business would love to have unlimited clients coming into their store and unlimited talented people coming to work with them,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's
right?
good. Mhm.
So both of these people come from what we call an unknown market. You're not going to build a gigantic empire from the people you know, right? They're very limited. So there's only two types of markets. There's your known market, right? The good thing about the people you know is there's massive trust. They love you, they trust you, they want you to win, they have an interest in your success, and they're going to meet with you quickly. I bet you can make a call right now and jump on a Zoom in 20 minutes to show somebody your business the way I believe you to be, right? The bad part about your known market is they only know you as a social worker, Jackie. They don't know you as a financial pro. They might not want you to know their finances. Most importantly, it's very limited. And then there's the unknown market, the people you don't know. The pros are it's unlimited client, unlimited talented people coming in your business. The bad part is there's no trust. It's very costly. It's a very slow process, and you don't know their character. We don't want to hire people that we don't know who they are. So it's best that we tap into the unknown market through the known. So there's only two ways exist to tap into the unknown market. You can direct contact people, you can advertise, social media, internet, staffing agency, cold calling, purchase list, door knocking. That's not very fun. The challenge is there's no trust, costly, don't know their character, right?
Mhm.
The best way is through your known market to get to your unknown market. It combines the benefits, right? So there's a lot of trust again. They're interested in your success. They're going to meet with you quickly. The unknown, there's unlimited markets, unlimited talent. So to start the process to do this, all we're going to do, you're not going to share, you're going to bring me along or one of our certified field trainers, share the same concepts that you've already seen why you became a part of the business with these 10 people that you know. Our job is to impress them, be your ambassador for goodwill, with your people. And we just want to impress them with what you're doing so that they can potentially send you a bunch of referrals in the future. Does that make sense? It's not
Yeah.
to go in there to try to sell them or even try to recruit them or anything like that. We just want to tell them our story and impress them with what Jackie's doing. Okay. So so we introduce you to your known market and you start your marketing system. That's how you do it. This is the best way I found to start the process, Jackie. And you can word it how you want to word it however you want. But if I were to call you, let's practice really quick. If I were to call you and I'm your best friend, right?
Mhm.
Say your best friend lives in a different state or they live, far enough where it's got to be a Zoom. And most of the way, the quickest way is on Zoom these days. You can come into the office, but if you can do that, great. But Zoom's quick. So all I would do is let's practice. I'm going to call you. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Jackie, how you doing?
Hey, Dan, what's up?
Nothing much. Just busy on dad duty and working and building all kinds of cool stuff. What's going on?
Nothing much. Just got home. I'm finna start some dinner.
Nice, nice. Hey, listen, the main reason I was calling you is I'm working on a new project with a friend of mine. I want to show you what I'm doing. Um, when's a good time to jump on a Zoom for maybe 20, 30 minutes so I can show you, get some feedback and get your opinion on what we're doing?
Maybe tomorrow, like 4 o'clock, maybe 4:30.
I'm booked at 4, but 4:30 at work. It'll be pretty quick in and out, but I'm really excited about, what I'm getting into. I'll share more about it tomorrow. And I just want to get your opinion and some feedback. Does that sound fair enough?
Yeah, what is it?
Okay, I just want to show you because I do value your opinion. Maybe down the road, if you feel comfortable, you can refer me. Would you just listen with an open mind for 30 minutes?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, cool. If it's your best friend, this is why this business, if you're doing it acquaintance to acquaintance to acquaintance, you're going to have a lot of hiccups in between. If it's Jackie's best friend, is she going to ask her what it is?
No, it's just gonna get on.
They're just going to get on.
hmm
So that's Do you see how this works?
Mhm.
Best friend to best friend. If somebody's got I showed like 30 people my first 30 days. I was like, I knew everybody. I ran like the hottest nightclub in Orange County, like before I started this. So I knew everybody from everywhere, right? So like, show you what I'm doing. Hey, I want to show you. And they're like, yeah, cool, come on, blah blah blah. I'll come to a meeting, blah blah blah. So your job is to show as many people as fast as possible what it is we're doing, right?
Mhm.
So when I'm doing this, right, and this is maybe for a different appointment, I might kind of call it short here, but this is just to show you folks what it is. It's very easy to make that call, right? You want to practice calls with your trainer. By the way, I'm going to practice with Jackie till she's got the lingo down. I go, Jackie, it sounds like you're ready. I go, look, if you were to get married again, who would be your maid of honor?
Mhm. Yeah, Rebecca.
Yeah. So I go, hey, we just practiced. Can you call Rebecca and just do the same thing I just did with you right now?
Yep,
And what
sure.
I'll do is I do not let people make phone calls when I'm not there. What I will do is I will be on Zoom with Jackie. I will have her be on speakerphone. I will bring up the script on the screen and I will have her read verbatim what it says. And then what's going to happen? She's going to set an appointment with Rebecca because it's her best friend. I'm going to go, Jackie, you're batting 1,000. You're 1 for 1. You want to try it again?
Yeah, it's
And
exciting.
all of a sudden, during that appointment, we can make 10 calls and set up those first 10 appointments. I go, Jackie, everybody said yes to you. A couple people didn't answer the phone, but don't call them back till we're back together, right?
Mhm.
Because they're going to ask you questions you don't know how to answer them, right? So I would just go start developing a list. I go, okay, you got Rebecca here, right? Who would be your other maids of honor? Who else would be in there?
Eleanor.
Eleanor. Who else?
Eve.
Eve. Who else? Anybody else?
Ruth. I'm just thinking of people in
Ruth.
the Bible now.
Right? Yeah. Who else? Anybody?
Oh man, Mary.
Mary. Right? Who's like your closest person in life though? These are your friends. Who's your closest person in life? Is it your
Deborah.
folks? You have a brother, sister?
Yeah, Deborah.
Deborah.
Hmm.
Okay. How about your folks? Are you pretty tight with them?
Yeah, my mom.
Okay. So show your mom what you're doing. Hey mom, a lot of people, send them my way. So you see what I'm doing? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 names right there. I'm just jotting down names, and then I'm helping her develop a list as we go down this, right? And then you go, hey, how do you know? And then how do you know Rebecca? When's the last time you spoke? This is what you call qualifying a list. What do they do? Right? Do they like what they do? So I'm trying to get data and information, right? And then go from there. So we might even have to do a follow-up next week on this.
Mhm.
But wouldn't you say it's a pretty good way to get somebody off to a fast start?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
Right?
Great.
That's it. That's the business right there. If if you tell me who got some value out of this, right? Who's like, I'm gonna restart my business. I'm gonna get this thing rocking and a rolling and get it going. I promise you, I still do this. I still do this. I'll call people I've had good relationships with in the past and gone, hey, I don't know if you heard, because everybody's watching my Instagram. I don't know if you heard, I've partnered with a new company, and I'm actually an owner yesterday. As of yesterday, I sent a check to 50,000 bucks to buy my first 1/4% share. So I think we're officially the first 1/4% owner of the company. And we were the first one to get our loot in. So I'm fired up for that.
Congratulations. That's
There we
awesome.
go. There we go.
Man.
But I'll call everybody And I'll go, hey, I just want to show you what I'm doing. You know, like you might know some people. I know you're in this industry. I know you're in mortgages. I know you're in real estate. I know you're in sales. I'm looking for some salespeople. Do you mind if I show you what I'm doing so that if you know anybody in the future, right? There you go. What am I really doing? I'm seeing if they're interested, but I don't ever make it about them. Do you know anybody that either wants to or needs to make more money? Do you know anybody that is dissatisfied, that wants a change in their life, right? FOMO. So that was, I guess, part two of this. We might get into it next week. We might do something else next week. I want to get Trey Turner on next week, training y'all next week because that guy is a beast. But I hope you got some good value out of this. I hope that you can use some of this. Uh, not too many people, but I want a couple, two, three people to tell me some of the takeaways that you got from this process.
An indirect approach leads to unlimited directs. Direct everything.
Exactly. Right. So everything starts with your warm market. And by the way, look, if like Jackie or April or I think I gave it to LJ already. If you guys want, if some of the leaders, I can't send it to everybody. If you guys want this, a copy of this, I'll send it over to you if you want to use this. I have it. It's from my previous company. I used to use it, but I rebranded it to Vantage. I think it's pretty good. You could do it however you want. It's just something that works for me, right? Cecile, you're on my team, Cecile. How have you not gotten this yet? Right? It's pinned somewhere. So, anyways, anybody else? Give me one takeaway you got from this.
I love how you gave them the opportunity, but also took it away a little bit so they didn't feel like it was guaranteed that they were going to get it. They had to earn it. So I really enjoyed that part too.
Called Human Nature. You ever read How to Win Friends and Influence People? It's a great book, right? People want what they can't have. Ladies, if you go out to the club and you meet a guy and you like him and you think he's cute and all this good stuff, and you give him your number and he calls you 5 times the next day, you're like, wait a second. I thought I liked this dude, but he's bugging, right?
Block.
You want to give people, you want to take away from people. You're scarce, right? Guys, we're just hoping and praying she gives us a number, right? But that's the deal, right? You have to be able to take it away. You can't give guarantees. I know it sounds too good to be true, but there's a system you have to follow. You have to pass the background check. You do have to pass the test. You do have to be coachable. You do have to start wanting to get your finances, your fiscal responsibility going on. There's no guarantee you're going to win here, but if you follow our system and what I'm telling you, you got a shot. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else? One more person.
I would
Then
say for me, it was the time commitment slide that you had in reference to the questions of how much money they made, how much time would it take them to make that money in their current job. That kind of puts the pressure on them to really make them think critically about their goals and what they're looking to accomplish and how they can crunch that time.
I love it, Brian. And if you set those 5 appointments, your first day, you're filling up your calendar, but you got those commitments. That was a great insight. I think the Balms wanted to say something, and I think Leonore wanted to say something. So Balms and then Leonore, and then we'll cut it. And we'll get into some recognition. Okay.
Yeah, Dan, definitely the coachability and the commitment, but also just as a new entrepreneur, sometimes you can feel, how do I do all these things? And to have that consistency in that first week, I think that really struck me too. To just feel like somebody's right there coaching you along. You're not in this alone. We've got your back. So that was huge for me.
All right. And everybody's putting their emails in there. I'm going to send it to one person from LJ's team. I'm going to send it to one person from Trey's team, right? Either Trey or Armand. And the rest of you that are leaders, it's your job to get it out to everybody else. Cool? Good. I ain't got time. Send all kinds of emails out like that. But
You could
but
post it on the Telegram.
I
You
I
could.
might do that. I might have somebody that give it to you post on Telegram too. So all right, cool. And then Lenore, I think you wanted to say something.
Yes, I did. I love the fact that you reminded us that having a new recruit is like having a baby, right? You wouldn't leave them alone for the first week. Meeting with them even for 15, 20 minutes each day is crucial. And one of the things that I think everybody is benefiting from is not letting them get on that phone call without you, because that's a perfect opportunity for the scenario of disaster, and that's not what we want to do.
You can coach them. If they say something wrong and somebody jumps to conclusions, you can go, hey, that was good. And by the way, like when they hit a home run, their first call, you want to encourage them. Jackie, that was the best call I've ever heard a brand new person make. Because you want to pour confidence. So many people are getting beat up by other people, getting criticized by other people. Don't we want to build people up here instead of break them down? We want to build confidence. So, right there we go. Yeah, I'll get it to Albert too. Even though he's a Sox fan, he'll still get a copy.
I'm a Cubs fan. You can send it to me.
I'll still get him a copy for you guys. But that's great. I'm glad you guys could be here. And I hope you got some value out of it. But don't just sit here and listen to what I said. I'm gonna get that to you, Trey, ASAP. Don't just sit here and listen to what I said. Take action on it. Get a brand new top 25 list. If the bombs. If I were you, I would get a brand new list together and go, Trey, when can we sit down and make some calls together? Right? If you're on Jackie's team, go, Jackie, when can we sit down? Here's my new 25 list. If you're on April's team, hey, here's my new 25 list. When can we sit down and make some calls together? And I don't want to make the calls for them. I want to empower them to make a very simple call, because when somebody else calls for you, it's a little weird, isn't it? That kind of used to be the old way. Hey, it's a little strange. Hey, I'm calling on behalf of Danny. It's worked in the past, but isn't it a lot better coming from you in your lingo and your voice? You got a good skeleton on what to say. And then somebody's there watching you. So if you fail, even if you fail on the call, if it's your best friend, you're still going to get an appointment. Does that make sense? So anyways, Rojas, I'm going to get that to you. My whole team should have it, but I'm going to get it to all you guys as well. And let's go fast start the heck out of this company again and get this thing to 1,000 recruits. That's our deal. We need to crack 1,000 in a month, 1,000 new business partners. Oh man,
we can do it.
I thought I smelled to Berwyn and the South Side, man. Oh my God. Good to see you, Albert. Good to see you, man. We won't tell the big man you're in town.
Nobody say a word. This is a secret.
Word up. So anyways, so Rick Cam has recorded this training. So if you want to go do it, it's going to be on the Vantage Facebook page, I think, as well. And so hopefully you got some value. Now, who I'm going to bring up right now is my partner. She's like my new bestie in the business, man. She's awesome.
Yes.
She's like my new sister, my new family member here. But Jackie's going to be doing some recognition. I call this the You Better Recognize portion of our program. We're going to recognize the people that have done the best individually and team-wise the very first 4 weeks in the company. So I'm going to shut up and I'm going to let Jackie do her thing, and we're going to rock through it. Jackie, bring the energy up and clap unto others as you would like them to clap unto you.
Yes, I need everybody unmute and give it up for Dan
Let's go,
Ebert. That was
Coach.
incredible. Give it up
Thank
for
you, Dan.
Dan.
That was amazing.
That was
Good job,
awesome,
Dan.
Dan.
Give it up
Thank
for
you.
Dan. I can't hear
Yeah, that
y'all.
was
I need
great.
everybody
Bro.
unmute.
Good job.
Dan.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Give it up.
That was an amazing,
Dan,
as
Dan,
always.
Thank
Nice.
Dan. Thank you,
Awesome.
Dan.
Thanks, Dan.
That was incredible. He helped so many people. That was incredible, guys. All right. Personal
Yes.
points. He's like, let's go. Oh, wait. Personal points. Top 10. Apris Walker, Quan Thao, Michael Bloom, Savannah Johnson, Edward Roberts, Jax Connolly, Jackie Ashford, Jack Warble, number 2, April Taylor, and number 1.
Let's go, guys.
Albert
Albert
Esparza.
Esparza.
Albert.
1,000 points. Give it up
Woo!
for Albert. Wow. Personal
Way to go,
recruits.
Albert.
Got Dan, Carlos Thomas, Laura Vang, Larice Tucker, Jackie Ashford, Nicole and Nichols. Let's go, Nicole. Cecil Vicarata, Jennifer Lewis, Savannah Johnson,
Right.
Gail Hendricks,
right.
and number 1
There you go,
personal
guys.
recruits is LaShawn
All
Shelton.
right,
and
LaShawn.
Alexander.
Good,
Great
Alexander.
job. Number 1 in the whole
Awesome.
company,
Good
guys.
job, yo.
Yes, way to
14
go.
points. Number 10, Edward Roberts, Robbie Hazel, Courtney
Go, go,
England,
go, go,
Mayor
go.
Rupp, Gail Hendricks,
You.
Jackie Ashford, April Taylor,
Oh,
Albert
Edwin.
Esparza, Andre Genovese, and number
Go,
1,
Taylor.
14
Good
points.
job.
Jack
Jack.
Connolly, let's
Woo.
go, Jack.
Right.
Nice.
Come on.
1,000
Nice,
points.
nice.
Man, core team recruits, guys. Savannah Johnson, Jax Connolly, Mariana Martinelli, Patricia Elizadi, oh man, I'm sorry. LJB, Gail Hendricks, Andre Genovese, Cecil
All right,
Villacorda,
Andre.
Erica
Way to go,
Alexander,
guys.
Larice Tucker, Jennifer Lewis, number 2, Jackie at number 2. What the heck? Who got number 1?
go, guys.
Oh, Quan Thao.
Good job.
You got work to do, Jackie.
Wow.
Don't get comfortable, baby. Don't
Guys.
get comfortable. Front line points. Number 10, Jackie Ashford. Number 9, Mary Cummins. Number 8, Emil Babin, Dan Ebert, Mariana Martinelli, Jax Connolly, Albert Esponza, LJB. Number 2, April Taylor. Number 1,
Right.
Way to go, guys.
Andre.
38,000 points. Oh my
Mm.
Whoa.
Frontline recruits. We coming though, Andre. Number 8, David Henning, Melvin Singleton, Mariana Martinelli, Deanna Daniel, Dan Quan Thao,
All right,
Cal
Dan.
Thao, April
Way to go,
Taylor,
guys.
LJB, Andre Genovese,
All
and
right.
number 1 frontline recruits. Oh
Way
my
to go, Jackie.
yes.
Can
Let's
only be one.
Let's go, y'all. Okay, what we got? Entire team points. This is a big one, guys. Number 10, Emily Babin, Christian Quesada, Jax Connolly, Mariana Martinelli, Dan Ebert,
Wow.
Albert
Wow.
Esponza,
Wow.
April Taylor, LJB, Andrea Sarosa, and number 1, Andre Genovese. Oh my God,
Yes.
447,000 doggone points. What on earth?
Congratulations,
Let's
everyone.
go.
Pretty
Woo,
big deal.
We coming. Entire team recruits, guys. This is it, guys. Number 10, Quan Thao, Christian Quesada, Mariana Martinelli, Pal Thao, Dan Ebert, Jackie Ashford, April Taylor, Andre
Yes.
Genovese, LJB, and number 1 entire team recruits is Andrea
Andrea
Sarosa,
Sarosa.
126.
Yes. Congratulations.
Wow. Cycle of the week. Look at this. Man, Andre Genovese, $15,000, 271. That's a huge deal. Great job. Qualify SMD. Give it up for April
Way to go,
Taylor.
April.
All right, April.
Let's go. Let's go.
Qualify SMD.
Oh, way to go, April.
Alright.
Let's go,
Qualify
April.
All right, Jax.
Go, Jax.
Finally, let's go, Jax. Great job.
All right, Jesse.
Good job, Jesse.
Wow. Big deal. Big
Good
deal.
job.
Man, qualify RMD.
Whoa.
Emily
Emily,
Diamond.
all
Let's
right.
go.
Good job,
Qualify
Emily.
RMD.
Right.
Great job. Great job. Qualify RMD. Mariana
Mariana.
Martinelli. Great job. Congratulations.
Mariana.
Congrats. Qualified. Whoa, what did I just see? Oh my goodness. Okay. Ownership qualified. Trisha Vaughn. Congratulations.
Good job, Trisha.
Way to go,
LJ.
guys.
Armand Vaquero, David Henning, Dan Ebert, Andre Genovese. This is a huge deal, guys. Clap it up, clap it up. Ownership, man. Wow. Okay, guys, we have a contest coming up. Make sure you go on. Everybody listening to my voice, go on to Vantage's website and register for the trip. Once the seats and the rooms are gone, that's it. So we all can go, guys. It is contest period is over soon, December 31st. You can get travel reimbursement. But make sure that you qualify, guys. We're going to go to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, all inclusive. That means I'm going to be eating the whole time. Oh, Lord, I can't wait to go. And it's going to be a March. But, guys, make sure that you register ASAP. Go on the website right now and register. You can win by doing what you need to do with the points. And then we will reimburse you the money in different levels. So make sure you get that done. All right. So the next up, what we have, guys, this is who is getting it right now. Top registration, David Henning, Andre Genovese, and LJB team. Great job. As of October 16th, this is what we got going on. Andre Genovese already won, doggone. Ooh, the whole thing. Platinum Voyager, $4,000 travel reimbursement. Great, great job. That is amazing. Titanium is Dan Ebert. He already won $3,000 travel reimbursement, guys. That is a huge deal. Okay, gold. These people already won $2,000 travel reimbursement already. Jax Connolly, Armand McCarroll, David Henning, Amelie Babin, Mariana Martinelli, and Jesse Perales already got it done. Silver is Albert Esparza, April Taylor, and Jackie Ashford already got $1,000 travel reimbursement. $500 travel reimbursement already done. Maribel Cardosa, Raymond Ramirez, Rebecca Lim, Sharon Juliet Yadeo, Jack Warbo, Ginger Chang, Wright, Ray Roxas, and cool man, oh gosh, Cal Thao. I'm so sorry, Lord have mercy. They all already got travel reimbursement. Excellent job, y'all. Man, we got Rocktober still going on. They already have the guitars ready to go. 20K personal. Big shout out to Albert Esparza, Jackie Ashford, April Taylor, Savannah Johnson,
Right.
Nice, nice.
Walker, Sharon Juliet Yauda, Maria Cecilia.
All right, Patricia.
Patricia Ortez, great job. Top 10 core team, Jackie Ashford. Top 3 production, Albert Esparza, Jackie Ashford, April Taylor, and core team recruit, Jackie Ashford, Larice Tucker, and Quown. Now, excellent job, y'all. Excellent job. Man, so look, we got what we needed today. I know that the best way to say thank you is to what? To go ahead and put the action in. Let's keep the excitement up. Today is a brand new day. Make sure, guys, you realize, just have a heart of gratitude. It's a lot of people right now going on, have worse experience than us. It's people right now fighting for their life in a hospital room. Okay, it's people that didn't wake up today. Just always keep gratitude in the forefront. There's so many things happening. People struggling, fighting with cancer, fighting with disease.
Yes.
There's so much stuff going on, guys. Keep gratitude in the forefront. We are so blessed to have found Vantage. We are so blessed to have this type of leadership with Dan Ebert giving us all the goodies today, man. Let's go out there and get something done. Fight for Rocktober. Fight to have all the travel reimbursement done so you can be in the DR with us for free. Let's get it done today. Let's fight hard. And let's have an amazing close out to the rest of October. I'll see y'all later. Have a great day, y'all. Bye-bye.
Have a good day, everyone.
Everybody.
Good day.
Have a good one, everyone.
Bye.
Everyone.
Just a whisper of your name. You settle the storms, and nobody knows me like you do. Jesus, I run to you. Wherever I am, there you are. Whenever I fall, it's in your arms. When clouds around me gather, you are my shelter. Even in the waves of the raging sea, you're the calm where I find peace. You are my sanctuary. Sanctuary. You're my hiding place. I know you said I'm safe in your arms. You'll never change. You stay the same. It's just who you are. Wherever I am, there you are. Whenever I fall, it's into your arms. When clouds around me gather, you are my shelter. Even in the waves of a raging sea, you're the calm where I find peace. When waters rise around me, you are my sanctuary.